What is going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day. Let's go ahead and get straight into the message. What is that on my shirt? I have no idea. Let's go ahead and get straight into the message. Again, I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Thank you guys for all the support. Anyone who watches, anyone who comments, I appreciate every single thing from you guys. It's a blessing from God to be able to get on here and speak to you guys and try to give some things from my insights and some of my wisdom to you guys. So it's a blessing to even be in this position. It's a blessing to be here. It's a blessing to speak to you guys again. And so I appreciate anyone who listens in. I thank you so much. But let's go ahead and get straight into the message. I don't want to take up too much of your time today. But as you see from the message, God put this on my spirit. He told me something. He said, you always fail when you try to do things on your own. You'll always fail when you try to do things on your own. Why do we try to do stuff on our own all the time? Well, what is the reason why we try to do things on our own all the time? So, why does it have to always come down to the last option to really go to God and be like, okay, God, what do you want me to do? Why does it take us having to go try to do so many different things, right? Because let me get this together, because I think I kind of just messed it up. I don't know, but let me get this together. Why does it take us so many attempts of doing so many different things before we really just be like, you know what, God, all right, what do you want me to do? Instead of starting it off by saying, God, what do you want me to do? It's like we have to go out and try so many different things first before we just finally say, God, what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do? Because I know for a fact, I'll be very transparent. I was one of those people who really my patience was so bad. My patience was just so bad that I would look to God, right, for a situation. And I'd ask him, and it's like, if I don't get the answer in time, if I don't get the answer when I want the answer, then in my head, I'm like, you know what? I got to go figure this out. I got to go do this. I'm finna go try this. I'm finna go try this. I'm finna go try this. And I'll run around and I'll do stuff. And at the end of the day, I still don't get what I need done. And on top of that, I'm wore out. I'm tired. And now I'm going to sleep stressed, worried, and now I'm tired. And so it just makes it even worse whenever, I would go out and try so many different things and still fail. Now it's just a bigger headache. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I was. Like, I had no patience at all. If I wasn't getting the answer I want, I'm like, all right, I got to make some shake. You know what I'm saying? And I know you probably have had those moments where you feel like, well, God's not giving me the answer, so I'm going to have to go out there and do what I have to do. But what I've just learned, what I'm starting to learn now, is that you just have to be patient. You just have to be patient and wait on God and wait on him to tell you exactly what to do, because he's going to tell you exactly what to do. I know that now, but then before, I didn't know that. Then before, I'm like, bruh, I got to move. I got to do something. Something's got to happen, or this is going to happen, or this is going to happen. And that's just how your mind is, man. That's how your mind will do you. Your mind starts going in a million different directions on, this is going to happen if this don't happen, if this is going to happen. It's like, it just gets to working. It's just working. But, man, what I'm just starting to learn is that was my keys. What I'm just starting to learn is that you just have to be patient. It just takes patience. And it takes a different type of patience. It takes a different level of patience. And God will develop it, and God will help you develop that patience over time. It happens over time. It doesn't happen overnight. I can promise you that it doesn't happen overnight. And it'll happen over time, but you're going to fail every single time when you try to go out and do it on your own. You're going to run yourself in the ground. You're going to get tired. You're going to get wore out. I mean, I'm speaking from my own experience, and just still nothing gets done because God is the one who makes things happen. You have to understand that God is the one who makes things happen. That's why we have to lean on him. That's why we have to trust his timing and trust his word. And like I said, it can be hard when you feel like, you got to have what you need right then. You know what I'm saying? Like you might feel like I need this right now. And if I don't have it right now, things are gonna go crazy. All this stuff is gonna happen if I don't have it right now. And a lot of times what I figured out is the things that I was even thinking was gonna happen, it didn't even happen. Because a lot of times, honestly and truthfully, if I'm really just being honest, a lot of times when I needed something like that day and it didn't, and sometimes it didn't even come that day. Maybe it would have, and a lot of times it came like probably some days after, but just, and I'd be okay. But in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to be okay past this day. Like, if I don't have this past this day, all hell is going to break loose, basically. That's like my mindset. But then there were a lot of times where few days it went by and I'm okay. And I'm like, how am I okay? I'm like, I'm okay. And it's like, oh man, it's like, this is why God says be patient and don't worry all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because our minds start thinking like I said, 1,000 different things start popping up in our head about how a situation is going to go. And 9 times out of 10, it doesn't even happen. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy how that happens, man. But you just have to be patient and don't try to just go out and do things on your own all the time. And don't try to move off your own understanding all the time. But, just trust God and be patient, man. I just want to give you a quick scripture real quick. Ecclesiastes 7:8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. And so I think a lot of times it's pride that makes us want to go out and do things on our own. And a lot of times, I know for me, it just used to be, I kind of just wanted to be the one to figure things out. I kind of wanted to give myself the credit for figuring things out, deep down. A lot of people probably wouldn't admit it, but I'll admit it because I'm past that now. But yeah, I was one of those people who kind of like deep down, I kind of wanted to figure it out on my own so I could give myself the glory. But at the end of the day, man, God deserves all the glory, man. And if everything that we did worked when we tried it, we would say we did it, right? If everything worked, if everything we tried worked, we would say we were the ones that did it. But because what we tried doesn't work, and it's God, you'll give him the glory. Because at the end of the day, we got to give God the glory. We don't give ourselves the glory, we give God the glory. And that's why things don't happen on our own timing. That's why things don't happen the way we want it to happen. If everything happened the way we want it to happen, where does God play a part in that? But that's why it takes patience, man. It really takes building up that patience. And God is going to help you build up that patience by making you wait. By making things not happen when you want it to happen. So you have no choice but to build that patience up. You have no choice but to get stronger in faith. You're going to get stronger in faith because he's making you wait for a reason. He's going to keep making you wait. He's going to keep making you wait sometimes. So trust him. Have patience. Don't try to go out and do things on your own all the time. Because 9 times out of 10, you will fail. You will fall right on your face. You'll wear yourself out. And don't keep repeating that same cycle. And it's easy to keep repeating that same cycle as well, but don't fall into that. So that's the message for today, guys. Have patience. Start being more patient. Just try to be more patient and wait on God. Wait on his timing. And everything is going to be okay. I promise you everything will work out. So as always, God loves you. I love you. Like, subscribe. Peace.